In this video, we'll guide you through the steps to set up and run a task worker using the LittleHorse SDK. Let's start by understanding what a task worker is in LittleHorse. A task worker is a client that uses the LittleHorse SDK to pull tasks from the task queue in the LittleHorse server. The LittleHorse server walks through your workflow runs step by step, and each time it reaches a task, it dispatches that task to a task worker. The task worker executes the task you wrote and reports the result back to the server. Task workers serve as the building blocks for each workflow run by performing the actual work when a workflow run schedules a task run to be executed. Before we can create a workflow spec that refers to a task def, you must first register that task def. This stores information such as the name and input/output types. Now, let's write the code for a simple task worker that greets someone. We'll use the LittleHorse Quick Start project for this tutorial. Let's go ahead and delete all these files to start from scratch. Let's write a normal Java method that greets the name that is passed to it. As you can see, it's just plain old Java. Now comes LittleHorse. Import the LHTask method decorator and decorate the method with the name of the task you want to associate it with. Congratulations! With just only one decorator, you have now created a task worker that can interact with the LittleHorse server. The important part is the LHTask method annotation. This tells the SDK to call normal Java method when the worker finds a greet task run in the task queue. Now that we have written our task method, we need to register a task def with the LittleHorse server before it can start polling for tasks. We'll use the LHTaskWorker class to do this. 1. Create a normal main.java file. 2. Import the LHConfig and LHTaskWorker classes. 3. Create an LHConfig object. This tells Java where LittleHorse is located. 4. Create an LHTaskWorker object that takes in the greet object, the task def name, and LHConfig object. Let's check if we're trying to register or run the worker now. To register, we simply call worker.register_taskDef. And to run the worker, we just call worker.start. Now let's register the task def. Run the code using Gradle, which will send the metadata to the LittleHorse server registering the task def. Once registered, you can use this task def in any number of workflows. Now let's run the task worker. This will start the task worker and begin polling for tasks to execute. Right now, it's not doing anything because we don't have any tasks in the task queue. Don't worry, this is normal. We'll learn more about when tasks are put in the task queue. Congratulations! You've learned about the basic building blocks used in a workflow, task defs and task workers. Now that you've created your first task def, continue to the next lesson to learn how to use it inside of a workflow spec.